it's helped us to really fine tune everything around our projects, and yeah, evidently helped us win a lot of projects as well. So that's great. My name is Johan Janse van Rensburg. I'm a solar PV engineer for Mulilo. So the company was established in 2008. We're a developer in the South African renewable energy industry. After a while, we grew enough to attract the attention of some international investors, the Copenhagen Infrastructure Partners. In 2023, they bought a majority stake in the company, and we've been growing very well ever since. Mulilo aims to bring about 5 gigawatts of renewable energy and battery energy storage projects into construction and operation by 2028, and I think we're doing quite well on that front. Just regarding my role, like I mentioned before, I'm a solar PV engineer. I work in the early stage development, so that typically includes doing some layouts, early stage yield assessments, and preparing maps and diagrams and things for our permitting department. Doing the layouts alone, that takes a lot of time. We didn't have dedicated software really where we could do that. So it's okay. Like I said, this was a while ago, but basically what happened is we would take a screenshot, put that in PVsyst, and try to build your shading scene from that when we did it, which obviously takes up a lot of time. So we used to use generic megawatt peak per hectare footprints to estimate sort of how much PV we could install on new properties. And it was initially difficult to present to landowners that we want to engage with, that we're trying to convince to sign lease agreements with us. If you don't have a map that looks like a lot of effort went into making it, it's difficult to convince them that we're a good company to partner with, and it's difficult to show them what the project might look like later, how it will impact their property. So that was a bit of a challenge. The other thing was it's also very difficult to compare various plant configurations, or it simply wasn't done. You'd have let's say a relatively standard DC AC ratio that you'd use across the projects, and there wasn't a lot of optimization done. It was, this is the solution we're using, and it's almost copy and paste across most of the projects. First of all, we wanted to be quick. RatedPower is excellent at that. It's very flexible. You've got access to all of the different modules, the inverters, the trackers, different BESS setups, which is amazing. I mean, even in PVsyst, a lot of the times, if you want new hardware, you need to contact the manufacturers and import it yourself. It doesn't have tracker specific inputs the way RatedPower does. I mean, that's amazing to have. The other thing is it needs to be intuitive. RatedPower is very easy to learn. Most of the team can use it with like 1 or 2 training sessions. And then lastly, it needs to be accurate. And so far, we've been very happy. Maybe the 3D energy modeling feature, we're exploring that at the moment, doing some comparisons between what the 3D energy modeling feature produces, the yields with that, and the PVsyst yields. So, I mean, if those are, let's say, close enough for the higher ups to accept as accurate, then we can, especially in the early stage development, we can skip a lot of the PVsyst yields that do take a lot of time, as I'm sure you're well aware of, and then just use it straight from RatedPower. So that's what I'm most excited about at the moment. In terms of how it's improved the business, like I mentioned, our turnarounds are a lot quicker. I mean, if we just look at the layouts alone, that used to take a couple of hours if you want to do something proper. Now, if you've got your templates and everything set up, it's you can accomplish the same thing in a couple of minutes. Module prices have come down internationally a lot, so we keep aiming for ever higher DC-AC ratios, and this has also allowed us to include BESS in our plants as well, so none of that additional generation is going to waste. The diagrams and KMZ files you're able to export from RatedPower have been very, very helpful with the permitting process. It's been very helpful in our public participation processes. It's also, helped a lot with engaging with the landowners. If you can show them something that looks solid and concrete right at the get-go. No, it just looks like you've got this whole situation more under control, and you're actually able to deliver what you're promising them. Just how much time we save. The turnaround time on everything is, geez, I think maybe 10% of what it was before. So that alone is great.